In this video, I'm going to walk you through my November activity statement. We're going to go through how much passive income I've made through options trading and through Yieldmax dividends. We'll also look at what stocks I bought to grow my Yieldmax dividends, all these kind of good stuff. If you like the sound of that, all I ask for is that you smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe. We're here in my Interactive Brokers account. We are looking at the activity statement for November the 1st to November the 29th. I'm shooting this on November the 30th on a Saturday. So by the time the market opens, we will be in December. And you guys have been, really liking these kind of update videos and tells how much money I'm making and all these kind of good things. So again, drop a like or drop a comment if there's other things that you want to see. So for those who are new or just want to recap in terms of what I do on a monthly basis is I trade options, so primarily selling options to get premium, to get the income. And then I also invest in high yield dividend stocks through primarily Yieldmax, which again, they do options trading through selling covered calls and all these kind of good things as well. So I'm trying to double whammy between doing options trading myself versus utilizing Yieldmax, who does options trading for me on my behalf. And what we're going to do, we'll firstly go through the dividend section, which is probably the easiest one. And then we'll go through my options trades and what those trades were and how much money I made. And we'll total it all together to see how much income I made through the month of November. If we go to the dividend section at the moment, you can see here that I made 2.5K, let's call it that, in dollars for the month of November through these three Yieldmax dividend funds. So the first one is tsly, which trades options on Tesla underlying. And I made $389. I own 650 shares and they paid out 60 cents for each share. And then we've got CONY. CONY's the big one. I've got 1,000 shares and it paid out 2,023. So it just paid over $2 per share. And I've got 100 shares of ULTY, which paid 83 cents at $83.13. I did buy some more Yieldmax shares this month. So what I try to do is reinvest this money and also my options premium to go buy more Yieldmax. So the more Yieldmax I can buy on a monthly basis, and you'll see the moves that I made in a second. Therefore, if the payout is slightly lower for a month, the incremental shares that I'm gaining will hopefully offset that, and I'll continue to grow my dividend portfolio. So the 2.5K is the highest I've ever made in Yieldmax. And again, we've been progressively and aggressively utilizing this strategy here to try to ramp this up into 3K, 4K, 5K, etc., etc. My goal is to get this obviously as high as I can plan to get it. But, the next milestone for me is the 5K mark. So I'm roughly halfway there. And it might take me another 12 months to get there, but let's see how we get on with it. So the one bit you've got to take into account with obviously dividends and with option trading is that there is tax involved. So from a tax perspective, there was $374 withheld tax. So again, this is not a tax video or anything like that, but this top line number is offset by, some withholding tax inside there. So again, full transparency on that. I'm not taking home the full 2.5K. IBKR withholding tax based on me being based inside the UK. And there's a couple of forms and stuff I'm working on to get this 2.4K put into my account. So then I'll be taxed through my local kind of tax laws and all these kind of good things. This is your brief tax lesson there from me. So dividends, 2.5K. What I'll do actually is I'll copy that and I will add that share and then we'll add in the options income after. So where is trade? So in trades, there are kind of three sections. The first section trades is, anything you do with stocks, which again, these are the stocks that I bought during this month, which we'll go through. Equity and index options, which again is effectively your options trading. And there's a third section around currency. So if you did some currency movements or currency exchanges, they would all come inside here. But for the month of November, I bought some stock and I bought and sold some options. So let's talk about these. So the first one I did is that I bought 100 shares of CONY at $16. And again, so my position is now 1,100 shares of CONY. In the dividend sections that we talked about here, this is based on 1,000 shares. So now I'm going to get paid whatever they pay out. Even if they pay out $2 again, that'd be $2,200 because now I've got an additional 100 shares. We'll talk about the Google one in a second, but the other one then I bought 100 shares of ULTY. So ULTY, again, I bought it at $10, again, ramps up to 100 shares. So if we assume that it still pays 83 cents, that's $166 effectively. So I'm assuming that ULTY and CONY will, let's say they average out at $1 each. I'm adding an extra $200 a month now into this dividend pot. So you can see here how this will grow. So again, when we talk about my income report for dividends in December, this hopefully, all else being equal here, that we should be there. I do know tsly paid out $1.22, I think it was. So my 650 shares times 1.22, right, is $703. So I only made $389. Now I'm making 700 odd in December. So if CONY pays anywhere near what it was paying in ULTY, I could potentially be making around the $3,000 mark, which would be absolutely fantastic. So again, a lot of it is market dependent and all these kind of good things, but the key here is to keep buying 1 to 200 shares of Yieldmax funds every single month, utilizing the money that comes in. So if we add this all together, that's 2.6K that I've spent and basically reinvesting this whole amount. And then we'll talk about the option income here, which is over here. Actually gives you your total over here. So if anyone's sort of watched it, you can see what the total is. So this is basically what I've done there in terms of Yieldmax. And then I just started a position. I think Google dropped by 6%. So I just bought a share of Google, right? There is nothing to read into this. I've been looking at trying to pick up shares of like Apple, Tesla, etc., Google, Amazon, and just start buying them on the dip. So again, this is just, I just bought a share. There's nothing really to read into that. I might buy a share a week or something along those lines there. So those are the moves that I made. And you can see that I spent 2.765K on utilizing those 3 trades. Now we go on to options. So again, there are 2 types of options. Obviously, selling options where you gain premium, and then you buy options. Now, what you'll see here, for example, for CONY, is that I actually bought a call which is got exercise, which is this line over here. You can see this EX means exercise. So effectively, because I'm based in the UK, I can't buy like 1 share of CONY for various reasons that I won't go into. I can't just do it. So the only way for me to own shares in CONY is to buy a call and exercise it, or sell a put and be in the money at the day of expiration. So the 2 ways that I kind of gain Yieldmax shares, by either selling puts that expire in the money or buying calls and then exercising them. So what you'll see here is you got the 16 call here, and that cost me $25. So again, it cost me $25 to place that. And you can see that it got exercised on the 15th of the 11th, and then the 15th of the 11th, I own 100 shares of CONY. So that's how it works. So again, if I go to ULTY here, you will see a 15th of November exercise here at $10, which you can see over here. I buy it just before the market closes. So I bought it at 118 on the 15th, got exercised at the end of the day, and then it cost me $4 for that right. And then I got exercised here, which you can see here that I'm exercised there. So that just explains those things. I don't buy options in terms of trading and, speculating to think that the stock's going to go up. I only do it just so I can buy Yieldmax shares. So that's that bit out of the way. So I'm not going to go into all of these positions because some of these are legacy roll positions and positions that I'm kind of defending, or strangles that I have on every single month, etc., that kind of brings me money. But what I will do, I will walk you through the MYSTY position. So this is basically what we talked about on last week's video, where in highlight properly, where I sold 6 contracts, 2 at 30, 2 at 25, 2 at 20, where I managed to get $136, $196 and $422. So what's that? Whatever it worked out inside the video. So around $600, $700 by selling puts on MYSTY, looking to get assigned at either 30, 25 or 20 to then flow into the dividend section over here. So again, even if MYSTY stays above 30 by the date of expiration, then I at least then have made $600, $700, which then flows into the option income premium. So that's what I did there. IWM is a trade that has gone horribly wrong, that I've been in now for nearly 2 years. But you can see here for IWM, trying to find where the call is on IWM. The call on IWM. Sold a put. But you can see here that on this position, I'm actually rolling and actually losing money by actually doing this position. So again, there are positions that aren't making me money and there are positions that are making me money. Examples being is an Nvidia put which expired and closed. It doesn't actually have the amount, so I made that money in the previous month. Then you've got the classic Riot. So I own a lot of shares of Riot for my sins, but it is pretty decent. I made $414. And again, I did that I made that money in 2 days, right? It's, sold 18 contracts on 1,800 shares at $22 a pop. Again, Riot is about currently trading at $12. So again, I put it out the money and again, made $414 there. And then again, there's my other legacy Riot position. I did another one where it was at 15, made $396. And then we've got my classic Tesla here. I am defending a position. So again, I did net out slightly a negative, but again, a slightly positive and then slightly positive again, $488 there. So the way it all kind of nets out for me towards the end is that I made $2,267. $2,267 in terms of income coming through the door. Now, these options will be rolled and legacy rolled positions, etc. So the rest of the stuff doesn't really make any sense in context of just looking at November. But in terms of money through the door, it's 2,267. So if we add those two together, we made a total of $4,762 throughout the month of November. That is income that has come through the door via dividends, via options. And you can see here that I spent 2.7K in terms of buying additional stocks. So overall, I'm 2K up, but I'm not really taking into account the stocks piece at the moment. As long as I keep buying 100 to 200 shares of Yieldmax, that's all I really care about. And can I get my dividends and my options trading income to cover it? So you can see here, it clearly does. That's pretty much around 2K difference there. So therefore, a net positive 2K. But in terms of income coming to the door, it's 4.7K through dividends and through options. And my goal is to get this as high as I can. Obviously, there's going to be tax on the capital gains on the options trading, which is fine. But again, I'm making enough that a 1 month's worth of income is enough just to cover that tax bill. So I'm not really too fussed about tax at this current point in time. It will come out in the wash at the end of the day when I need to pay it. But the key here is can I continue to keep investing into Yieldmax and let my options income and my dividends income pay for it? So the key thing I want to get across is my earned income through my day job, which I currently still have, is not going into this system that I've built, right? So it's through my options trading and through my dividends, which I bought those dividends through margin. So I used IBKR's money to go and buy these dividends to give it a good shove up. And now it's become self-sustaining, i.e. that the dividends I make plus my option income allows me to go buy more Yieldmax stocks. So the goal is that I don't really need to do any of this options trading. And again, this might seem like this has taken me years and stuff. There's not many trades there. I don't know how many trades there are, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 trades. And I'll be honest, each trade takes me about 5 to 10 minutes, right? If that. right? Just looking at a chart, see where I need to place my strikes, and that's it. And again, if you want to join my one-to-one coaching where I actually sit on a call with you and go through my portfolio in a lot more detail so you can see the slide, what I'm doing, and then understand what your goals are, so then we can start to build something together and you can start seeing results like this. So again, it's a system that I teach. It's not for everyone. But again, if it's something you're interested in, which is why you're watching this video, again, click the join button down below. And again, I should see you guys in the next video.